A Nuke script is different to something like a Photoshop file. It is fussier. It needs to be stored in a particular way. Let's go over and see this. We have, right, that's our Nuke script. It's called Basic2. It's in a folder with the same name, Basic2. Inside of that folder, as well as the Nuke script, we have two other folders, sources and renders. Renders empty at the moment. Sources can have subfolders, as can renders. Why the fussiness? Well, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at the actual file itself, script itself. It's 4 kilobytes. Well, what it's doing, you see, it's a very small document, essentially a text document that references other files and can write out the result somewhere else. So that's in one folder, these are in other folders. And the script itself is just these things, just a few commands. So let's take this fella there, that's our script. I'm going to open it up in text editor. And there it is, there's our script, there's our values. Very simple. Okay, you can in fact extend that principle. Let's do a multiply. And we're going to set that multiply to 1.9. I'm going to copy it. And I can go now over to Microsoft Word and copy it there. I can change that 1.9 value into 1.52. Copy that. And what have we got? 1.52. So I suppose what I'm showing you is Nuke as really little more than a fancy text editor. It's a script editor that references and the files reference visual files, image files stored elsewhere. Right, speaking of which, let's have a look at this fella there. Right, we can open that out. Now this can cause problems. Let's zoom in a bit. We have there something known as an absolute path. So it's an exact description of where to find the file on my particular computer. If I drag that folder that I made with all the stuff in it to someone else's computer, the chances are, well, it's absolutely certain that it's not going to be able to find the image because the address has changed. How do we find a way around that? What do we do to deal with this issue? I'll just demonstrate, in fact. Let's just change one value there. Let's remove that digit. Okay, and bingo, we have two error messages, one on the node itself and one in the viewer window. No such file or directory. So what we do, I go over to text editor and we have this little fella. Now this is an expression. This asks Nuke not to look in the particular place or in a particular address. It asks Nuke to look over the shoulder, over its shoulder. If you whoop, beg your pardon. Copy, right. Over its shoulder. In other words, it's saying, well, wherever the script is stored, that's where you should look. So let's open up that. Now we've got to do this a little bit carefully. We select everything that isn't the sources folder and paste into there. Okay, so it now knows, it says, well, okay, I'll look right next door. The script is saying I'll look in the same place that I'm stored, the script, for a folder called sources and this file. So let's reload and see if we have happiness. Yes, we do. Okay, So store your scripts carefully, reference them rationally, and all will be happy.